Hey everyone, if you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Srivats Mutalik and I'm a UX behavioral designer. So I try to go beyond the visual and try to understand the product as much as possible so that I can tear, tear apart and understand how it works and try to present for you because the industry is changing a lot, especially the UX UI. So we don't know how or like certainly things gonna evolve. So I'll try to focus more on the behavioral side because the human behavior is the thing where if you really master you can solve anything and you can sell anything. So this is the topic today is like I've just wrote some like the topic and the questions so that I can really understand and answer to you, so it could be a valuable thing for you. So you can be the founder or a UX designer, anyone who really wants to understand the product behind it. So this is the topic is about the why users don't trust your product. So if you're a founder, you can be very familiar with it, or the founding designer, one who is really bound to the team and building it from the scratch, you can also understand this. So the trust is one of the biggest factor. You can build anything whatever you want until you have the signal. You like people really know you can't sell to them. And based on my understanding, I have wrote few questions which I really want to answer, which could also be helpful for you as a designer or a founder who is watching this. So first thing, who are the users? So let's understand, at the end the customer is your user, or the normal people, the people are the users for you. So try to understand their behavior, their understanding of the product, and how they really think, and based on that you can create the customer and keep the customer. So this is all the thing. So if you are a founder, you are like first time founder, what my understanding is, because I already worked with the founding teams. So I worked with one of the US startup founder. So what we did is like we built it from the scratch. We really understood like who all the people we are really targeting, and we are solving the problem for. Because if we don't understand whom we are really solving for, so it becomes so generic, and the failing of the product chances are more compared to the succeeding. So understanding the user, like you need to go very deep and try to solve the things what they really want to pay for. If the people want to pay for it, then it's very good problem. You need to get to the field whatever you wanted to solve and try to do the research, and try to build MVP as much as possible. Because when you build an MVP with the one feature, you can roll it out to the people and people will give you the great feedback. If the people really care about that problem, they're gonna use it, they're gonna directly say that this is not great, you need to improve it. Because as the third person, one who is really using, they also care that what they really use. Because let me give you one of the secrets which I really learned while in my journey of being an UX UI designer is, people always think about themselves. So this is the one of the major part what I really learned. So understanding about your user is nothing but what problem you want to solve, and take it to the people as quick as possible. So this is what my understanding. And let me tell you the second question is, what is trust? So this is let's understand the other way around. You use the products like Apple, something like this mouse. So I use the Apple products because how I view the Apple product is, it is very usable and it is very simple. So this is the main thing what the Apple really cares is, simplicity and usability. That's the reason Apple is known for. It could be the OS, it could be the hardware, it could be anything. So when it comes to your product or being a designer, how you can build the trust? You can build the trust by providing value in a few seconds to the user when they land on your website or the app. So especially the landing page or the onboarding screens for the app. So you need to specifically clarify that in the first slide you need to tell the people like what you are really solving, and second thing how they can get value from it, and the third thing is what all the features it is included so that it could be helpful for them on the daily basis. So this is the thing which really builds the trust for the user. So if you're a founder, you need to focus on these three things when you're building a website or the designing the website. Especially what I do is like I try to focus more on this, because when the user lands on the website they have only 8 seconds, so attention is very much needed. So if you want to grab the attention, and when the users land on the websites they don't know what they really want, so you need to guide them. So if you design a website in a such a way that when the users lands the conversion rate will be great, because I have recently worked on the one of the product, so I designed the website layout for them. So right now the conversion rate is increased by 30%. So you can understand how, this is how you can build the trust by one. So this is my understanding. And the third thing is what makes a great product. You can't really say like great product, it is need to be come by the user, because user need to be obsessed with the product. How you can do, you need to understand their behavior, then you need to understand their product, and after understanding the product you can build an like user pattern kind of thing which they need to come up again and again. For example, Duolingo is a great example, because whenever you get rewarded you get the dopamine hit, and they want to come back and try to go up. So for near example, we all play games are like you play with a character, but at level 1 you can beat a certain level. So when you upgrade to the second level you can beat little more like powerful character. So you need to understand in a such a way that you need to build a great product by these user patterns. So that's how you can build. And at the end of the day what I said is like the great is considered by the people one who are using it. And the fourth thing is does really visual matters in a like, do they really make a great difference? They do, but partially. That's what my understanding is. Until you solve the UX problem, your app or the website visuals could be great. Like you have spent all your money just on the visuals so that you can grab the attention of the customer, but if the UX is not great, then you can get the initial customers, but when you wanted to scale you can't scale, because the UX is the one of the major thing you really need to focus, and you really need to give the time for it. So I have less I have a one thing what I really care is whenever I'm building a product I try to understand the problem, and I try to create the values, and after that creating value I try to convert them into my customers. And as I said, it's a great saying is like create a customer and keep the customer. This is how businesses works, and you need to focus on like that. So these are the main thing what I really understood. So this is the video.